Hi, I'm Lorrigan. Great, thanks. I actually just barely graduated from high school, so opposite end of the spectrum. I started writing Zilpharia when I was a freshman-ish, I don't really remember. But I finally self-published it this year. Well, this school year. Yeah, it was December. I haven't gotten into stores yet, but I brought a few copies in case somebody wants one. It's $15 without tax, so I'll have to deal with that. So I'm just going to read a section. Yeah, I guess I'll explain what's happening a little bit before I jump into it, so you're not too confused. There's this girl named Crystal and her friend Nathan, and they are in the woods. Nathan is unconscious, and Crystal is about to be attacked by a bunch of werewolves. The woods around me suddenly seem to erupt, spitting out more werewolves than I can count. We're surrounded. Glaring, I slowly pace in a circle around Nathan, protecting him from the drooling beasts. Each one takes a turn trying to sneak past me, but they stop when I wound a good number of them. They stand and walk like men, but are mostly covered in hair, more like a wolf. None of them are wearing clothes. Nothing but the fur hides their vulnerable bodies. They snarl angrily at me, displaying their fangs. I see that they have claws as well. Every single one is male. I stand there, fending them off for a while, but after an hour I get too tired to continue and begin panting and shaking from exhaustion. My reflexes slowed by fatigue. I am too slow to intercept a werewolf that comes at me from the side. I turn, but I am too weak to raise my sword, and I'm knocked to the ground with the beast on top of me. Struggling under the weight, the others begin attacking me while I'm preoccupied. My sword is knocked out of my hand. It spins away into the darkness, and I can no longer see anything. As a result of this, a wolf gets through my defenses and nips the main artery in my arm. Blood squirts into the werewolves, but it doesn't faze them. I manage to fend off the rest for a few more minutes, but I quickly lose too much blood and pass out, leaving my now limp body completely helpless to my foes. When I come to, it's still dark and I have a bandage wrapped around my left arm. When I try to move, I realize that I am tied to a tree, and the only thing I can move freely is my head. A few yards away, I see my glowing mini-sword. Ha! Idiots! Now as soon as I get free, I'll be able to kill them all. But as much as I wiggle, I can't get loose from my bonds. In fact, they seem to get tighter. Growling in frustration, I suddenly hear someone, or something, laugh at me. It's a rough werewolf's voice. My heart jumps in fear as if trying to escape from my chest and run away. "Ha, yes, the lovely lady is awake now," the voice growls. "Now we can have fun with the boy here." I hear moaning and recognize it as Nathan's. Suddenly a spark jumps to life and catches on a pile of wood, and a bonfire erupts just a few yards in front of me. I can feel the heat washing over me, but the best part is the light. Now I can see, although that might not be a good thing. Because of the light, I can now see the pack of werewolves around the fire, grinning wolfishly. Two of them are holding a now conscious Nathan between them. Standing next to them and looking at me is the biggest, toughest-looking werewolf among them. I can only assume he's the leader. He grins at me, excited. I almost throw up. Looking around at his pack, the leader says, "Tonight we feast, and we will have this woman to be with us. Our fortunes have turned for the better." He pauses to let the happy howls of the pack die down. "So, since we are sportsmen-like werewolves," he chuckled, "we will let the boy choose his demise, to become one of us or to die." Nathan finally catches my eye. His face is filled with even more terror than I myself feel. Swallowing, he says as loud as his rasping voice can choke out, "I would rather die than become so hideous and disgusting as you." The leader laughs. "Very well then. Our pack is large enough as it is. Better for you to be food. But we will, of course, let you have a sporting chance before we feast." The two werewolves drop Nathan, and he falls to his knees in the dirt. Another one kicks my sword over to him. He looks at it, his eyes now finally gaining a spark of hope. "You will fight 10 of my pack. If you can defeat them, you may leave. But you must fight them all at the same time, to the death." Nathan shakily rises to his feet, clutching the sword like his life depends on it, which it does. "No. If I can fight 20 at the same time, then you will let both Crystal and I go." The leader laughs. He figures it doesn't matter. No one can take on 20 werewolves at one time. So, chuckling, he begins picking out the ones that will fight. As he does so, I catch others calling him Wolf, so his name is Wolf. How fitting. Once the 20 are picked, the best of the pack, the others back away and form a circle around them. Nathan wastes no time. Leaping forward, he cuts down 8 with very precise and powerful swipes before the rest of them can react. But they then jump into action and attack him one at a time. I can see they are hoping to wear him out, and then they will attack at once. I shout this at Nathan, desperation clear in my voice. He doesn't acknowledge me, although I'm pretty sure he heard me. Suddenly, my view is blocked by a wall of fur-covered muscles. Craning back my neck, I see the leader of the werewolves, Wolf. He grins greedily at me, making me want to die rather than be here right now. No helping, he growls at me, not that it will matter. Knowing our strategy is one thing, avoiding it is another. He will die, and you will be mine. Laughing, he saunters away to a better spot to watch the fight. There are only 10 werewolves left, but I can see Nathan is about to drop. He's lost a lot of blood. That's when I notice that he's backing away from them slowly toward me. I swallow the fear rising in me and try just to trust him. I desperately hope he can win. While backing toward me, he stumbles and I scream as a werewolf leaps at him. Luckily, he kills it, but I can see that he's exhausted. Then I look down and see a sword lying at my feet. What? How? Oh. Nathan must have kicked it over to me while he was fighting, but it must have been when he stumbled. But what does he expect me to be able to do? I'm tied up and I can't get loose. Nathan is now very close to me, bringing the ravenous werewolves with him. As I watch, Nathan suddenly spins on his heel and swings the sword. It severs the ropes around my arms, freeing them. He then continues to fight the werewolves. Wolf hasn't noticed that anything happened yet. Leaning down, I scoop up the sword and slice the ropes around my legs. I'm free. Jumping forward and using the element of surprise, I help Nathan kill the other 9. Swinging around, though, I unexpectedly come face to face with Wolf. Gasping, I back up a step and stand back to back with Nathan as the rest of the pack closes in on us, completely encircling us. His voice calm and cool, Nathan says, "There, I killed them all. Now let us go, or we will be forced to kill the rest of you." Wolf growls angrily, taking a step towards us. I force myself not to move. I don't think so. He smiles, a gruesome thing with yellow fangs. You see, we never let our prisoners go, no matter what we tell them. Not to mention that you cheated. But we see that the girl is too much trouble, plus you alone will not be able to feed the rest of our pack tonight. So we will kill and eat you first, letting her watch as we always do, but then we will eat her alive. Thank you.